We're all set to go, guys. Hello, good evening. Hope you are well. Good evening, good evening. Welcome to the watch along. It is Leinster against Ospreys in the Pro14. Hope we are doing well on this Friday evening ahead of Super Saturday tomorrow. Of course, it's going to be a busy day on the channel tomorrow, but I hope you are doing well. I'm Brandon and I host Brandon Smith Rugby here on YouTube. I hope you are doing very, very well and welcome along to the channel today on what is an exciting weekend of rugby, isn't it? And we're going to kick it off in style tonight as we watch this one together. It is a watch along, of course. It's not showing the actual game due to copyright. It is simply a watch along to bring fans together. So I hope you're doing well this evening. If you are new here, do consider hitting that subscribe button. It's free to do as we push towards 1,500 subscribers. Let me know who's in the chat. Let me know where you're watching from, who you're supporting this evening. It'll be interesting to see you. I had a bit of a chat with a few of you in the chat already. Crazy New Zealand, hello. Hope you are doing well. Welcome along. Hope you are doing very well. Robert as well, welcome along. Sean O'Farrell, very, very regular here. Hope you're doing well, my friend, as well. Stephen's back in the chat. Good to see you, Stephen. Hope you're doing very well on this Friday evening. Even though you're an Ulster fan, I get behind all three of the other Irish provinces and hope they do well in the European competitions going forward. And tonight's game, hopefully, will be a good one. Let's hope it will be a decent match for sure. Stephen, you are more than welcome, my friend. Good to see you on the channel. There's already been a game in the Pro14, which we'll get to that in a minute. But we are only about 5 minutes away from kickoff. So without further ado, let's have a look at the teams that have been picked this evening. Ben Ford's in the chat. Ben, at halftime, I have something to show you, my friend. Something you might like, actually. Something arrived in the post. I'm not sure that's used as toilet paper or if I should wear it. I'm not too sure, but I will check it. I will show you at halftime. So it is Ospreys against Leinster tonight. And yeah, as an Ospreys fan, it's going to be an interesting evening, isn't it? Right, let's have a look then at the teams that have been picked for this evening. As always, do let me know your thoughts on the teams in the comments and in the chat. It'll be interesting to hear your thoughts. Let's have a look at the home team then. This is how Leinster line up this evening. Of course, they've already booked their place in the Pro14 final against Munster, and we will, of course, be doing a watch along for that one next Saturday. So they've gone with Max O'Reilly at fullback with Rory O'Loughlin and Jamie Osborne in the centre alongside Kieran Frawley. Then on the wing, Dave Carney sits in there, of course. Harry Byrne at 10, very exciting youngster coming through. Really eager to keep an eye on him. Lots of people wanting to see him in the Irish setup. Rowan Osborne then is at 9. If we're looking at the forwards, then Josh Murphy's at 8. Scott Penn, who's been on fantastic form recently, is at 7 with Scott Fardy and Devin Toner as the locks. Ross Maloney and Devin Toner and Ross Maloney as the locks with Michael Benn, Sean Cronin and Peter Dooley up top. It's a very, very strong Leinster team, isn't it? And let's have a look at the Ospreys team. I will get to some of your comments in just a second, folks. Let's have a look at this Ospreys side. So Ospreys line up this way. Some interesting choices this evening. Dan Evans is captain for the Ospreys this evening on his 200th appearance for the region. What a servant he has been. Kai Evans is on the wing. Interesting choice to put him on the wing. Cross is also on the wing. In the centre partnership, a really good partnership, this one. Kieran Williams and Owen Watkins. Watch Kieran Williams this evening. I'm telling you, within the next 2 years, he'll be capped by Wales without a doubt. Ruben Morgan-Williams then and Luke Price are the halfback pairings. Looking at the forward then, Henry comes in for his first appearance for the region. Sam Parry and Fia complete the front row with Ashley and Davis in the locks. And then Will Griffiths, Gavin Evans and Morris then complete the pack. So do let me know in the chat your thoughts on the teams. Let's see what you've got to say. Bad news about you, Webb. Yes, Webb has had to undergo some surgery. He's out for the next 2 months at least. So that's going to, it's very frustrating. But this really is our final game in the Pro14. Then it's all about the European competition, isn't it? Then all I want is not a hiding. Yeah, for Ospreys, I think that's all we want this evening. Do let me know your thoughts in the chat. which is going to be a good game tonight. I'm hoping it is going to be a good game. Just a few changes on the channel, folks, that you may be interested in knowing about. We recently obviously passed 1,000 subscribers, which allows us to do a few different bits on the channel. So you'll notice on the chat there is a $sign at the bottom if you'd like to, and if you feel compelled to or whatever, that is a way you can show financial support if you want to. Let's make it clear right now, there's absolutely no pressure on you to do that. If you're not in a financial place to do that, please do not do that. But if you'd like to support the channel in a different way, in a financial way, then that is certainly a way that you can do that if you'd like to. But again, there is no there's no pressure on anyone to do that. The other exciting thing you can do with that is you can buy stickers, and they come up on the chat. And if you do buy a super chat, then it will come up highlighted in the chat so everyone can see it a little bit more clearly. But that is something, if you want to do that, that is there. But again, there's absolutely no pressure on you to do that, but it's there if you'd like to use it. Freddie Clark asks, how far is Myler from being fit? I think he's still a couple of weeks away at least. Them two have been massive for us this season, haven't they? Absolutely massive for us. The Ospreys are coming out at the RDS. Who remembers Shane Williams' try in the corner? Vincent, welcome along. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Subscribe if you're new. Looking after watching. Munster Young Guns have a nice bonus point win over Benetton. Yes, that game did happen earlier. Munster 6 wins on the bounce now, looking very good. And going into, of course, this game has a lot, right? Not in terms of what's going to happen with the final, but in terms of the form that that Leinster go into that final against Munster. It's going to be very interesting to see how both teams set up. Of course, everyone will be watching the Six Nations games this weekend, but keeping a keen eye on the Leinster and Munster boys to make sure that they don't pick up knocks ahead of next weekend's final. So, yeah, brilliant win there. Again, we will round that up. There is a lot of rugby going on this evening, and we will keep an eye on that throughout the course of the evening. We will keep you up to date on what's going on. Ospreys are ready to kick off here. Luke Price is ready to get us going. And we will keep an eye out on all the other games. As Vincent said, Munster did beat Benetton 31 points to 17. We have kicked off here down at the RDS. Get your predictions in the chat, folks. Let me know who you're backing to win this one. I'll be eager to know who you think is going to win tonight. Ospreys, I mean, it's going to be a tough night for us, but we want to cement our place in those European places. Of course, Glasgow play the Dragons this weekend, and we really need the Dragons to do something for us, to be honest, as Glasgow have a game in hand. So do let me know in the chat as always. So we just kicked off. Line out to the Ospreys on the 10-metre line. As Ruben Morgan-Williams collects it into Luke Price. Need a good start here. Can't really... Oh, lovely ball inside. Great ball inside to the hooker. We're into the 22 here. Lovely ball from Luke Price. Fear takes it into contact into the 22. Very good start here from the Ospreys. Ball out to Dan Evans. Inside to Cross, the winger. Just inside the 22. Ruben Morgan-Williams gets it out. Once again, Dan Evans tackled though very well by Fardy. As the Ospreys come forward here, Ospreys dominating possession early on. Ospreys still with possession here. Not really moving forward, if we're being totally honest. This Leinster defence is holding up pretty strong. Luke Price is taking the ball up to the line very well in this game. I've got to give him that. And Ospreys coming into this game, having lost 2 games on the bounce, losing against the Dragons a couple of weeks ago, of course, and then losing against Glasgow last weekend. This is a decent time for the Ospreys. Kieran Williams makes a couple of meters. mean, not really making all that much ground. It's quite easy defending for Leinster, if we're being totally honest. Luke Price gets it out wide. Here's Owen Watkin. Cross then steps in. A little bit of meters gained here. Nearly 3 minutes gone in this one. Luke Price does slip, but Ospreys retain possession. I mean, Ospreys need to come with something here, don't they? They need to get something out of this situation, really. Oh, if Dan Evans had just turned a little bit there. Ruben Morgan-Williams backs himself. Devon Toner absolutely engulfs him. Will Griffiths takes it in. I mean, we're not making any meters here. You got to try and do something here. And Leinster certainly not making mistakes at the breakdown. I think that's our best bet now, that someone plays something ridiculous. Yeah, Luke Price says enough is enough. It's a really poor kick, and it's called for the mark. So 3.5 minutes gone. Ospreys absolutely dominating possession, but in the end, not really doing all that much with it. It's quite simple for Leinster. And Harvey Byrne will clear this one down line. It's not the greatest kick for him, so line out on the 22. So good start from the Ospreys. Good start. As Sean O'Farrell says, it will mostly be young teams for the final, because of the final Six Nations game on tomorrow, the big boys will be rested. I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure if they will be. I think they'll be back for it. And then, of course, after that, we're straight into the European competitions then. We got the Champions Cup kicking off on the first weekend in April then. So it's really busy. And then we have the Rainbow Cup, and then potentially a Lions tour. So it's a very, very busy time for rugby fans and for rugby players as well. So the Leinster players get a bit of treatment early on here. So Michael Bent's just getting a little bit of treatment early on. So 4 minutes gone in this one. Good memories of the RDS. Good place to go. So Michael Bent's getting quite a bit of treatment, isn't he, at the minute? Strapping around the head. What are my thoughts on the CJ Stander retirement? Very good question. Oh, okay. Without sounding too controversial, I personally don't have an issue with it. It's something we've experienced here in Wales to an extent with Hadley Parks. Hadley Parks came in, played for 2-3 years for Wales, played okay, and then went off to Japan and went to take the money, if we're being totally honest. And a player always knows when the right time is to retire, and he clearly feels like the right time is now. He's come into Ireland. He's been in Ireland for a long time. He's been at Munster, I think, since 2012, so he's been there for nearly a decade. I've got no issue with it personally. He's been a fantastic player. He's still available for the Lions, so he probably is the starting 8 at the minute as the Ospreys are attacking here. Lovely hands by Owen Watkin, and they can't quite get the offload off to Ruben Morgan-Williams. It's knocked on, but if Morgan-Williams had caught that there, Ospreys were probably in for the opening try of the game, but it's knocked on 7 meters out. Lovely move there from the line out. It's a lovely pass. I think, yeah, Ruben Morgan-Williams, the lovely pass into Owen Watkin. Owen Watkin, the offload actually comes off his leg. I don't think it's a knock on. It's off his leg. I think it's off his leg. I don't think that's a knock on. Am I being deluded as an Ospreys fan? Let me know if you're watching this one. I think that's gone off his leg. I might be blind. I might be blind. It's very possible that I'm blind. And my Ospreys bias is getting ahead of me now, but I think that's hit his leg. We shall wait and see. But on the CJ Stander situation, yeah, I don't blame the guy. He knows that the time now is right. It's a bit strange because you do feel like he's in his prime. Probably will start for the Lions against South Africa, which will be something special for him if it does happen this year. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with that. But he's been a brilliant player, and if he can win a PRO14 medal against Leinster next weekend to finish it, then yeah, it'll be interesting to see. Sean says, I think the Lions tour will be in the UK now because there's an official Twitter message showing the tour matches. Yes, I did see that, but a lot of people have come out and said that was fake. A lot of people have come out and said that was fake. I think he'll be, I hope he'll be postponed till next year, so when fans can actually go out there, because it's a tour to South Africa. It's to South Africa, and that's how it should be, in my opinion. So scrum here to Leinster. About 7 meters out. They've hardly had any ball. So let's see what Leinster decide to do here. Solid scrum from Leinster, and Harry Byrne will kick this one. He sends it down. And it's a very good kick from the young man. And 5 minutes in here, line out to the Ospreys, just over the 10-meter line. But thank you very much for joining this evening. It's a nice relaxed stream tonight, watching this one. As I said, we will keep an eye on everything else that's going on in the rugby world. This big hit coming in on Kieran Williams there. Now, Ospreys have done very well at the breakdown so far. Owen Watkin with lovely hands. Devin Toner just about holds on to him. Ospreys, a few little gaps opening up. As Cross beats Carney. Oh, very good tackle by Carney. Lovely offload to Dan Evans. Flipping heck. We're playing well. I don't know where this has come from. Luke Price gets it into the forwards. I mean, if we can get this ball out wide, there's a little bit of space. Owen Watkins playing so well. His runs are really having an impact early on here. Kieran Williams going into the 22. Very, very positive start here from the Ospreys. I was very worried coming into this one. Still am. Still believing we're probably going to lose this one by Leinster getting a bonus point. But do you know what? I'll take this start for sure. Big hit there on Owen Watkin. Owen Watkin, a weird one. Why he's not in the Wales squad? I think he's a brilliant player. Why he's not in there baffles me. Well, we're going to kick this one. Leinster have defended this quite well. And that's a really poor kick from Luke Price. It's just not contestable at all. Leinster with a chance to maybe play a little bit. They decide to kick. Leinster playing the territorial game so far. Luke Price decides to run it. Oh, that's not good if he runs it. Advantage to the Ospreys. So we'll have a chance to put this down in the corner. And just over 7 minutes gone. Still 0-0, but all Ospreys so far. I'll certainly take this start we've had. Not rolling away there. Does Dan Evans thinks he can reach this one? I think Dan Evans believes he can reach this. Kieran Williams receiving a little bit of treatment. I think Luke Price might think he can get this. Well, Luke Price got the ball there, ran a little bit, but was caught. Let's have a look at some of your comments. Calix, Italian fan, of course. Hope you're doing well. Talking about the game before, would have been a tighter game if we didn't concede just before half time. Like we have a lot this year, mentality killers, especially for a team lacking confidence. It's been a weird one for Benetton. They've been close in a lot of games, haven't they? But I just seen Ben's message. I'll get to that in a second. Change for Ospreys early on here. Kieran Williams has gone off with a knock. I don't think he's coming back on. That's not good. But Benetton have really been there. Have been close. Have been there or thereabouts. But not quite getting there, have they, this season? Sean says, I think most of the 4 unions are against postponing the tournament. They said they'd play the tournament in South Africa or UK, and I know the reason it'll mess up the World Cup preparations for 2023. I do agree. All the noises coming out of the lines is they do want it to happen this year. Australia obviously offered their services, said you can have it in Australia, which didn't make much sense. I would prefer to have it in the UK than to have it in Australia, because then I can go and see it. But my preference would be that's postponed for a year. But I see where you're coming from, Sean, on that. Ben says, I'll purchase Super Chai if you wear a Blues top for the second half. Isn't that what you want me to wear toilet paper for the second half, mate? I can't do that. But I do have something to show you guys at halftime, something that did arrive in the posts. The box said, remember, they did not play in the Rugby Championship last year. Yeah, South Africa haven't played for ages. They've not played for ages. There's reports that potentially they will play against the USA in like a warm-up game. But the problem with that is that Major League Rugby, the playoffs will literally be starting at that time when that is proposed to take place. So would Major League Rugby clubs be willing to let go of their best players to go and play in a friendly against the Lions? Yes, it's a massive thing for these players to potentially do it, but it's the playoffs. Major League Rugby hasn't happened for years, kicking off this weekend. Did a few previews, so do check them out on the channel. But yeah, it's very concerning, isn't it, with what's going to happen? For sure, it's very, very concerning to see what happens. Luke Price decides to kick. Ospreys very much dominating possession. It's a lovely cross kick to Sam Cross. Is he going to get there? Is the bounce going to be favourable? It isn't quite. It bounces out. It will be a line out to Leinster on their own 5-metre line. But you've got to say, Ospreys looking to play early on here. And Leinster, no real cohesion. And if we're being totally honest, and haven't really had enough ball, have they? Very, very interested to see how it has gone. Gregor Galway's in the chat. Gregor, how are you? Hope you're doing well. 5-0 to Ulster. Andrew has scored for Ulster. Sorry, Sean, I'll get to your message in just a second, pal. So Ulster leading that one at 5 points to 0. As I said, we will keep an eye out on everything else going on this evening. There's a lot of rugby, as I said, going on this evening. So it is half-time at Newcastle. Newcastle leading Wasps 18 points to 6. That'd be a big point and a big win for Newcastle. As Gregor said, Ulster leading 5 points to 0 against Zebra, while earlier on we saw Munster beat Benetton 31 points to 17. And in Super Rugby, Australia, Melbourne Rebels beat the Waratahs 33 points to 14. Callum Game, welcome along to the watch along. Come on, Ospreys. Good lad. You're an Ospreys fan. I like you already. If you're new here, my friend, do subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. It's free to do. Let me know. What do you think of the Ospreys this season? We've started well in this one, haven't we? We've started very well, but for all the dominance we've had, no points yet. It's a little bit concerning. And with Kieran Williams going off, yeah. But very positive start. Leinster, Harry Byrne with the first chance to run in this game. Tackled by Owen Watkin. As Leinster come into the Ospreys half for the first time. And the ball is kicked down. And it's good territory from Ulster. Stephen Somerville says, I'm not fussed on Ulster tonight, as the focus now is in the Challenge Cup. As we have an opportunity to finally win a cup, that would be great for me to witness. Again, the Challenge Cup is coming up. I'm very, very excited for that. All 4 Welsh regions in the Champions, all the Challenge Cup respectively. Be interesting to see how that one goes. And again, we'll cover all that on the channel. Callum Game says, yes, we've been very good. Very positive start for us, hasn't it? It's been a really positive start. Very much encouraged. Line out to us here in our own 22. Bit of pressure on this one. We do win it, though. Our set piece has been solid this year. And it is cleared downfield. And that's a decent kick from Luke Price onto the 10-metre line. It's going to be an interesting game, isn't it, this evening? Callum, fire away, my friend. Fire away. Quins would be hard for Ulster. Yeah, tough game. That's probably the game of the round, isn't it? In my opinion, that's got to be the game of the round. Surely it has to be. I can't see any of the game being as spectacular. I think Ospreys Newcastle is a decent game, but it's not going to be the most attractive game of rugby to watch. Oh, what are you doing, Kai Evans? What are you doing, you tit? Freddie's saying Harlequins are playing very well. They are indeed. Do go check out Freddie's channel. Covers everything Premiership Rugby. Great channel, so do go check it out. I will drop a link in the chat in a bit for you to check that out if you'd like to do that. You're more than welcome to check that one out. Absolutely, definitely. Send me your link on Twitter. Can't talk. Send me your link and I'll put it in the chat for you, mate. Absolutely, Callum. Absolutely. Send me your link. Oh, Leinster looking like they could score here. Very good tackle on Max O'Reilly. And it's a penalty to Leinster. Leinster going into this game. Ospreys probably thinking now. Thinking that they've maybe messed this one up, having so much possession early on. Harry Byrne got it out to Max O'Reilly, but he knocked it on, but there was a penalty. I'm really not comfortable with Kai Evans on the wing in this one. He is so out of position there. I mean, he's gone to do the tackle, which is good, but it shouldn't be him going to do that tackle. It just shouldn't be him. Oh, sorry, it's an Osprey scrum. It's an Osprey scrum. We're all good. Let's have a look at some more of your comments. Sean O'Farrell says, I think Munster versus Toulouse. What a game that's going to be. Very contrasting styles, isn't it? Munster very much power-based, very much about using the driving maul, about using their big players, their powerful players. Damien Diolande on that line is something they use a lot. CJ Stander, of course. And then Toulouse, the likes of Cheslin, Colby, DuPont, Untamak, all looking to throw the ball about. That could be a great game. Ospreys have just won the penalty at the scrum. That's massive. Still 0-0 in this one, by the way. 15 minutes gone. I mean, I was thinking we'd be just 2 tries down at this point. Let me know if you're a Leinster fan. What are you thinking so far? Leicester against Connacht could be a very good game for sure. I'd actually back Connacht to win that one, I think. But there is something about Welford Road. There is something about Welford Road. Yeah, there is something about that. LuTube, how are you doing, my friend? LuTube, very loyal subscriber. Hope you're doing well. Welcome along to the watch along. Just a reminder, guys, tomorrow we will be doing a watch along for Scotland against Italy. Going live about 2 o'clock with kickoff at 2:15. Kyle from Capu Stark will be joining us for that one. He's a Scotsman, of course. You'd expect Scotland to win that one. A preview is live on the channel now for that. But do let me know which game tomorrow you're looking forward to the most. Let me know which one you're looking forward to. LuTube, hope you are doing well, my friend. It's good to see you in the chat. Luke Price kicks. And a bit of space here for Leinster to run with it. Good tackle. They have managed to get the ball out. Really good hands here from Leinster. It's an opportunity if they can get the ball out, but it's kicked out on his head. And they'll come back for the scrum. Kicked down its head there, but Dave Carney got a little bit of space there. You're joking. There is no way. There is no way that Italy will beat Scotland. There is just no way. There is no way. Absolutely no way. There just isn't. There absolutely is not. There just isn't. If Italy beats Scotland, I will grow a mustache for the next 3 months and I won't shave it off. I'll do that deal with you now, LuTube. That is not happening. Italy will not beat Scotland. They just will not beat Scotland. It's not going to happen, okay? It's just not going to happen. Callum, I'll have a look in a second, mate. Leinster winning the penalty at the breakdown there, and they'll probably take the points here. Short of our Leinster's Toulon the last few times. I think Leinster lost the last two. They played each other. They went to extra time. Yeah, but Toulon really on the team that they used to be. Of course, they did splash the cash a few years ago, and it did deliver a little bit of success, but probably not all that much. Not enough success for the amount that they splashed out there. Of course, Webb went out there, Wilkinson went out there. He did very well. They signed Gitto. They had the New Zealand winger for a while. Bastereau was there, of course. So they had a lot of big names over there. And did they really? Did they really do that well? I don't know. They're not the team that they used to be, for sure. Leinster coming forward here from the line out, about 7 meters out. We know how good they are from this position. Advantage already. Really worrying here for the Ospreys. Nearly 20 minutes gone, still 0-0. But Leinster, after Ospreys have dominated for so long, still advantage to Leinster. Another advantage here. I mean, if they don't score here, you're thinking there's going to be a yellow at this point. It's good defence from the Ospreys. Still advantage to Leinster here. They're 5 meters out. They're pushing forward here. I mean, good defence from Ospreys, but power from Leinster coming through now. It's being held up. This is going to be a yellow, I think. Or he's going to at least have a word with the captain, with Dan Evans. It's a yellow. Fear's off. For offside. Matthew Fear. The prop. I mean, it'd been coming. It'd been coming, hadn't it? I remember 2015 about Italy against Scotland. It's just not going to happen. I'm sorry. Even with all the changes, you're going to win with a bonus point. I'm fairly confident. Already clipped that for when BC Dobbs Scotland and Italy win by a point. I just can't see it happening. I really cannot see it happening. Callum asking, can we beat Leinster? I don't think so. We started well, but the problem is Leinster are efficient and they get the job done. And when they have an opportunity, they take it. And we had possession in their 22 for so long and came away with nothing. It's just one of them things, and we're really missing Milo and Webb. We're so missing them. I think if that happened, it'd be amazing. Sean O'Fowler asks, Crusaders or Blues? Got to be Crusaders for me. Got to be Crusaders, I'd have to say. Massive Dan Carter fan. Huge Dan Carter fan. I do have a soft spot for the Highlanders because of Ma Nonu as well. As a massive Ma Nonu fan as well. Do I think Scotland have been very unlucky in this year's Six Nations? No, I don't. I honestly don't. I think first game you were brilliant against England. But you should have won by more because England were really poor on the day. But you played very well and you've played in the right areas of the pitch. Against us, started really well. Wales then came back into the game with a try just before half time. You got a player sent off, and rightly so, he was sent off. And we, with an extra man, that makes a big difference. Again, you didn't play against France. You have that on Friday night, I believe that is. On Friday night, so there'll be a watch on for that. So that's going to be really interesting to see how that one goes. And then against Ireland, you literally kicked the game away. You were so disciplined, was shocking. You were knocking the ball on left, right, and centre. You were again dominated in the air and in the breakdown. You did well to come back into the game, but you shot yourselves in the foot. So no, I don't think you've been unlucky. I think your discipline has been really poor, but we've seen some good things from Scotland as well. And Hog at 10 will be interesting tomorrow to see how he goes. Why are we making subs? Because Fia got sent to the bin. And so they need someone to come into the front row so they can actually do the scrum. So that's why it's happening. YouTube says, Freddie says, I said after the first game, can do more than one game. We'll have to see how they get up to. And if we beat France, it makes up for it. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see if that happens. There are a lot of talk about that, about whether the English clubs will release their players. Because, of course, in Wales, a lot of our players play in Wales. We've got this Gatland's law. But in Scotland, a lot of them play in England, play in France. So if their contract says, you know, they're released for this amount of time, Leinster are attacking it, this is probably going to be a try. Yes, it is. Harry Byrne scores for Leinster. It's as easy as that. Off the scrum, I mean, the gap was massive. And with the extra man, Leinster do take the lead in the 21st minute here. I mean, it'd been coming out, hadn't it? I did the vote for this on the community tab. Guys, if you haven't yet checked out the community tab on the channel, do check it out. If you check out the community tab, every Wednesday before the Friday night game, I put a vote out and allow you to vote on the game that you would like to watch. And the Leinster OSPREYS game won the vote. And I was thinking, I don't know if I want to do this. I'm not sure if I want to do this. No, it's important that you guys vote. So if you want to have a say in which game is on the Friday night watch-alongs, make sure that you vote in the community tab. And I put loads of things on there throughout the weeks for you to vote, for you to put your comments in on there. And we have great interaction in there, so do check that out. I try and put something up there every day. Ben Ford says, fancy a watch-along Monday night? Yes, definitely. You can watch Scotland and I'll watch the real deal play. We'll have a chat about that, mate, and we'll see what we can do for that. Luchip says, I think we're improving a lot, though. We are actually contending now. I do, but I think for the amount of promise and the amount of ability in Scotland's team, I actually think that you're underperforming, and that's a compliment to Scotland because of how far they've come, you know, and you beat England and people think you'd really crack on, and Wales had beaten Ireland and, you know, probably had won that because of the man sent off. But I think tomorrow you'll beat Italy very, very comfortably. And then again, with France, we don't know. If France beat Wales, they'll go into that game against Scotland knowing what they need to do to win the Six Nations. If Wales beat France, though, and hopefully they will, and again, you know, that's a massive game for me as a Wales fan. You know, what France team will turn up? Will there be that same amount of effort knowing that they can't win the Six Nations and it's just another game for them? If they'd beaten Scotland and gone into this one as a Grand Slam decider, then it'd be very, very different. But again, can you still say that whole thing about France? They're being French. They have the ability to implode and they don't try all the time and things like that. I'm not too sure. But we did do a great preview, actually, with a French rugby journalist, Ishted David. Not the most French name, but he lives out in France. He covers French rugby and does great work with that. We did that on the 3BOD Rugby Group Facebook page. And I'll link that in the chat now. And we had a really in-depth chat about France, what the feel was like for France going into this game, what was the perspective like from the French public and the French fans, and what was Galtier's approach going to be to this game, the team, and we obviously spoke about Wales. It was really good to chat with Ishted. So myself and Ben did that. So I will link that into the chat. Callum, I will, mate. I'm a little bit busy just doing this one at the minute, pal, but I will have a look at it, mate, for sure. But yes, so France against Wales preview is out now on the 3BOD Facebook page. So you can go and check that one out. Ospreys have won a penalty here just outside the 22. Not rolling away. Ospreys really working well at the breakdown. So there that is. If you want to go and check that out, do go check that out. Let me get to some of your comments, folks. I have missed a shit ton. Let me have a look. Luchip says, I think we are improving a lot, though. We are actually contending now. I've covered that one. If you ask me, I think fifth is a false position. Just my opinion, though. I think you have played some really nice rugby. The way you came back against Ireland was really, really impressive. But you need to do that for a whole 80 minutes. And what Ireland did so well against you was they played the territory game. So they knew that you're struggling under the high ball, and they knew where to put you in the place on the pitch. Ireland put you in the areas that they wanted you to be in. You didn't control the way that you wanted to play enough. Freddie Clark says, England in Six Nations will drive them for next year. Big win against France, though. So them against Ireland, again, a preview was out. with the main man, that is Rugby Geeks. The preview is out now on the channel. Rugby Geeks is currently doing a watch along for Newcastle against Wasps. So do head over there and say hello from myself. Say hello from Brandon Smith Rugby. The game's going good, mate. Ospreys dominating the first 10 minutes. Then in typical forward prop style, getting a man sent to the bin. And Leinster got a try off that, but now we have a penalty to try and get within 4 points. So not too bad. Hope you're doing well. Rugby Geeks, great channel, guys. Do go and check him out. Let's have a look. I have jumped over a few of them. Stephen says, hi, Ben is a huge talent for the Irish number 10 jersey for the future. And also Joey Carby needs to be the fly half heading into the World Cup if Sexton can't make it. It's an interesting debate, though. Let me know in the comments. Who would you pick at 10 for Ireland? Next Six Nations. So let's think next Six Nations now, because this Six Nations coming to an end. I thought Sexton was brilliant last weekend. I thought he was so good. My opinion, he was the man of the match behind Tadburn. Tadburn obviously got it. But let me know in the chat. So penalty to the Ospreys here. Luke Price slips, but he misses. No, he gets it. Ospreys are on the board. Leinster leading this one 7 points to 3. There it is. So Ospreys leading this one by 12 points to 3. The police are coming for me. What have I done? Let's have a look at what you guys are saying. Oh my gosh, and Leinster have scored. Jesus. How's that happened? I've completely missed it. Straight off the restart. Oh my word. That is... well. So we go for the restart. He completely misses it like a tit. And the centre runs in, collects it and scores in the corner. Wow. Horrendous. Horrific. Absolutely shambolic. I mean, that is schoolboy stuff. It really is. After the good work that we've done to get to that penalty, what do? We get a man sent to the bin, don't we? The things you love to see. And then we concede a try. So 13 minutes to go. Leinster leading this one 12 points to 3. Kieran Foley will look to add the 2 points. But this is, yeah. I'm an Ospreys supporter. Criminal activity up north. Brilliant. Brilliant. As we were talking about the decision about the 10 for next year's Six Nations, Carberry, if form continues, just come back from injury, hasn't he? Sean O'Farrell agrees as well on Carberry. Callum, yeah, mate, it ain't great, is it? It ain't great. Kieran Foley misses the conversion. And so Leinster continue leading this one 12 points to 3. But we're shooting ourselves in the foot at the minute, because we're certainly in this game where we're just shooting ourselves in the foot. We really are. It's really annoying. We really are shooting ourselves in the foot here. Really, really annoying. So 10 minutes to go in this first half. I mean, we've done all right. That's the thing. We've done all right so far. But it's stupid little things like that that you just can't afford against a team like Leinster. They will penalise you. They just will penalise you. You've got to be so much better than that. So Leinster with ball in their own 22. They'll look to kick this one. Foley. He sends the ball high. I mean, he's not really made any ground with that one. He's not forward. Luke Price does clear it, though. No advantage to the Ospreys, so from that knock on, or impediment at the breakdown. I think we take the points. We need points here. We need points. I mean, I 100% would take the points here. I think you got to take the points. The game is on Premier Sport 2. Premier Sport 2. Do I like darts by any chance? I'm a big darts fan. Can't say I'm the biggest fan. I used to live with a guy who used to play darts and he wouldn't shut up about it. But obviously, Gerwyn Price here in Wales won the World Championships recently, which was awesome to see. But I'm not against it, obviously, but not the biggest fan, if I'm being totally honest. Luke Price has decided to go for the posts here. So we really need some points here. Massively need some points. We need points here, man. Let's see if we can get it. 9 minutes to go until the half time. Hit it pretty good. They're going to reach. He's hit the post. Oh, my word. He's hit the post from 40 yards. So close. Oh, it's just not going his way tonight, is it? I thought it just about made it, but it clips the post and unfortunately just doesn't quite reach it. But Leinster continue at 12 points to 3. Leinster continuing here. So, I suppose with a little bit of possession here, let's see what they can do. He thinks it's going to be 12 points to 15 half-time score. I mean, if we can get up to 12 points by half-time, I would absolutely love that. Gerwyn Price, don't mention that name. I would say future out half for Ireland, Joey Cobby's first. Jack Carty, he's been playing really well for Connacht. Obviously, Howie Byrne or Ross Byrne. Interesting. Other options, Billy Burnsbaum on the fence with him. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how he gets on. Obviously, had that pretty well-known mistake against Wales recently. Didn't deserve the amount of hate that he got. Absolutely not. But you can't really be doing mistakes like that at this level. So not long to go now until half-time. It's not been an awful performance from Ospreys. I expected us to have already conceded 4 tries. But we're not doing too bad, are we? At all, which is encouraging. Leinster have turned this one over. Max O'Reilly out to Carney here with a little bit of space to run into. And they're coming forward here. This is looking a little bit worrying from them here. We need to see something from the Ospreys here. We need to dig in deep. We do clear it though. Good tackle there by Kai Evans on Max O'Reilly. Dan Evans with ball just inside the half of Leinster. Ruben Morgan Williams finds Fear, who's back on the pitch after his yellow. Going through the forwards. I think for us now, we just can't concede before half-time or the tie's over. And if we can get a penalty, then that would be wonderful. This is going to be kicked. We're not going anywhere at this point. This is going to be kicked. Callum thinks there's going to be 23-29. What a half that would be. Second half that would be. I mean, I'd take a losing bonus point as Ospreys here. Absolutely. And it's a little bit complicated with the PRO14 on how it all works at the minute. I mean, Glasgow have a game in hand. They're playing Dragons this weekend. So Dragons, please do something for us. But I think if we win here tonight, 100% we're guaranteed Champions Cup next season. But I'm not sure. Oh, Fear. Jesus, just pass it. Oh, my gosh. Oh, they just can't hold on to the ball at the minute. And Leinster will get the scrum. I mean, Fear's gone for a no-look pass. Ben, you're a twat, mate. You're just an absolute twat. Ben Ford says, what are your thoughts on the French second rows tomorrow? I think you should discuss number 4 in detail. What, Tatus Fenner? I got it wrong. I can't say his name. It's an absolute nightmare trying to say his name. The second rows, they're big lads, aren't they? They are big lads. But tomorrow's going to be a great day. And again, as I said, preview out already on the 3bod Rugby Group Facebook page. And also, there'll be a watch-along, of course, on the channel. All the watch-alongs are actually up on the channel. So feel free to go and give them a like ready and hit the reminder on them just to be reminded that they are up and reminder when we go live. I mean, the problem so far for us in this game is we've actually played really well. We've had some decent build-up. But when it doesn't work and there's nothing to do and we're just taking into contact and Leinster just tackling and tackling and tackling, not going anywhere, there's no creativity then. And then we're trying to force stuff. We're trying to force things like Fear there, try and force that pass. There's no need. If you're not 100% sure that pass is going to come off, just take it into contact. Because Leinster have been penalised a little bit at the breakdown so far. So my message, if I was Toby Booth at half-time, is just keep taking the ball into contact. You're getting penalties out of it. Kick to the right areas of the pitch. Leinster aren't firing on all cylinders. So keep in the game. You know, if we can get something before half-time, then I think that I'm not saying we're going to win this one, but it makes it interesting. Sean O'Farrell says, with the way Ospreys are playing, they would get thrashed by the 4 big Super Rugby teams. It's only my opinion. Quality of the PRO14 is awful anyway. It's not a great league in my opinion. I mean, the South African sides. Haven't watched much of them, if I'm being totally honest. Obviously, we're seeing some teams coming in with the Rainbow Cup, which will be interesting to see what they can do. Wasn't that Planet from Star Wars? He's an absolute beast, isn't he? Tatu Fuena, that's how you say his name. I've never felt so uncultured in my life trying to say a name. I've never felt so uncultured in my life. But there we go. But we are getting pretty close to half-time here. 12 points to 3 to Leinster. Scrum to the Ospreys just over the 10-metre line in the Leinster half. We've struggled really to break down this Leinster team over the last 15 minutes or so after a decent start. Ruben Morgan Williams finds Joe Hawkins there. Going through the forwards now. Luke Price finds Owen Watkins. Really good hands to Dan Evans, but he's knocked it on once again. It's another knock on. Playing advantage here. No comeback for the original knock on. But, 2 minutes, just under 2 minutes to go in this one. Very, very true. Very true. Do you know what, though? I thought we'd have conceded the bonus point by now. I think our defense has been pretty good. It's just been two really silly. The second one is just a silly mistake that is very simple to fix. The first one then is because we got a man in the bin. That's it. So apart from that, Leinster haven't really created much, and they've actually just knocked it on, and this will be our final chance to create something before half time. I mean, if we get a try here and we convert it, with 2 points behind them going in at half time. So, you know, it's all to play for in the second half. So scrum to the Ospreys here, 40 seconds to go. Just a reminder, we will be taking a quick break at half time, just to ensure that I can have a quick break. And we'll be back, obviously, to have a look at some stats, look at all the other scores, and, of course, have a quick chat about the game. And any questions you've got on absolutely anything, pretty much, get them in the comments, and I'll answer them. Ospreys have decided to take this penalty, quickly tapping and going into the 22. Ruben Morgan-Williams finds Luke Price into Watkin. He's looked dangerous, but he is pushed back. The clock is in the red now. Thea takes it into contact. We're about 5 meters out from the 22 now. Got to try something here, really. And outside here to Cross, who's looked dangerous with ball in hand, and he's absolutely flattened by Dave Carney. Lovely ball here. Ospreys straight into the 22. Quick ball here is what they need. Oh, got to go wide. Got to go left. Got to go left. Luke Price. Surely it's on here. Ball out. Is that forward? Oh, it's a forward pass. Ah. And that is the half-time whistle. Leinster leading this one. 12 points to 13. Do you know what? As an Ospreys fan, I'm disappointed we're not closer in this one, because we've been all right. We've been okay. We've been all right so far. We are going to leave it there for a little bit, for the next 2 to 5 minutes or so. I'm just going to grab a drink and hit the bog and do a couple of other bits. But then we will be back. So don't go anywhere. Make sure that you're subscribed, that you've liked this stream already, and get any questions or comments into the chat. I'll be back very, very soon. And make sure that you don't go anywhere. Second half is underway shortly. some stats. Let's have a look at some stats from the first half. Osprey's still very much in this one. 12 points to 3 then at half time. Hope everyone is enjoying this evening. A bit more of a chilled one, isn't it, on a Friday night? Let's have a look at some stats. So at half time, it is Leinster leading this one 12 points to 3. As you can see below, Ulster are winning 14 points to 3 against Zebra. Ulster, of course, will not be in the PRO14 final after losing to Leinster. So let's have a look at some stats from this one. So 2 tries scored for Leinster this evening. Possession, look at that, Osprey, 65% to 35%. Of Leinster just have not used possession all that well. We've looked okay in places, but no killer instinct whatsoever. 4 clean breaks compared to the 3 of Leinster. Defenders beaten again, 10-4, 6-2 offloads. We played really well. We just don't finish our chances, don't create enough clear-cut chances as such. Territory, once again, 67% compared to the 33% of Leinster. Number of tackles, again, you know, being a lot more defensive. Leinster have had to be and missed tackles. Tackle success and is very good for both sides. Turnovers 1. Kicking meters, Leinster have kicked that a little bit more. 4 penalties compared to the 2 penalties conceded from the Ospreys. And, I mean, it's just very obvious. Owen Watkin, as I said during the first half, very, very impressed by how he's gone so far. Very impressed. Interesting to see why he's not in the Wales squad, and 3 defenders beaten as well. Ruben Morgan-Williams offloading as well. So that is how it looks half time. I suppose 3 points to 12 down. So it is still in the balance, the game, but things need to improve, you'd have to say, for this Ospreys team, doesn't it, really? So both teams are out on the field, just as I finish typing this little bit. We have kicked off for the second half here. And so we are underway for the second half here. So we are underway. Let me know how you see the second half going. Again, Ospreys penalised straight from the off here. Fear penalised for a high tackle there. It's a very good kick from Byrne. Yeah, Fear with a pretty high tackle there, you'd have to say. Maul here, Leinster moving forward, looking dangerous. Cronin with ball in hand here. I mean, a try at this point in the half, you really start to worry. With a minute and a half on the clock, you really start to worry about what potentially could happen. Ball out here, Harry Byrne. That's surely been knocked on. No, says the ref. Ospreys have turned this one over. Owen Watkin looking for the offload. Bouncing all over the place here. It's a good little try for the kick there, but Luke Price gathers it just on his own try line. Why is he trying to offload it there, mate? Ospreys pushing on here. Trying to push forward. Right, Ben, I'm going to go grab it. I'm not going anywhere. It's arrived, ladies and gentlemen. It only took about 6 weeks to arrive because the Cardiff Blues team don't have internet. So unfortunately, they can't process the delivery. So they have to send a pigeon to take everything between them and Royal Mail. So it's just one of them things. My Cardiff Blues training top has officially arrived. All I need now is a Scarlet's sort of top for all the regions. So I'm just going to use this later when I hit the book. I'm joking. Cardiff Blues top, training top arrived today. It's only taken 6 weeks to arrive. But no, Cardiff Blues top has arrived. So Monday, potentially we'll do a watch along for Cardiff Blues against Connacht. And I think it's Connacht. Are they playing Edinburgh? I can't remember which one, Connacht or Edinburgh. I will wear that one. For that, I promise. So that has arrived. I hope you like that. It's Edinburgh. Sorry, that Blues have. Scarlets have Connacht. Oh, lovely hands here. Bent into the 5-metre line, and Harry Byrne has scored. And that is game over. I mean, you got to put a tackle in on him there, I think. But he's been brilliant this evening. He's got his second try of the match as well. I mean, it's really good work from the forwards here. Bent gets the ball. Fear flies out the line. I mean, his positioning is absolutely shambles there, and Harry Byrne crashes over, and that is game over, I'm afraid. Yes, Cardiff Rugby. Yes, of course, they're changing their name. Have I got Lloyd Williams on the back? I was going to get Jared Evans, but because he's moving to the Ospreys, I decided not to. No, I didn't get anyone on the back. Fawley adds the 2 points, so it is now 19 points to 3 for Leinster. You'd have to say that's game over now, and it really is a question of how long before they get the bonus points. But 19 points to 3 now, it's going to be a long 35 minutes. Lovely hands there from Fawley, and Sean Cronin finds himself in a little bit of space, but is tackled well, and it'll be a line out to the Ospreys. I mean, the depth of Leinster is absolutely ridiculous, isn't it? It is absolutely ridiculous how good they are. They are just so good. Fawley goes to the fake kick, steps inside, drags in cross, plays it out. And Sean Cronin, for a minute there, thought he was James Lowe. Ospreys win the line-out. Our line-out has been very good this evening, which is good to see. And if we're going to get anything from this game, we need to score now. I mean, we're missing Myler and Webb so much at this point. So the ball comes wide here. Luke Price. Good offloading. Dan Evans. We haven't seen enough of him this evening. Advantage to Ospreys, though. Might as well try something. Quick hands here. If he straightens the line, go on, Watkin. Still advantage to the Ospreys here. You might as well just go for something. Try something, Luke. No? Okay, we'll go. We'll pass it to Fear when we've got the advantage. Ball out wide, cross on the wing here. Tackled well, makes it a couple of meters. Still advantage. Gareth Evans goes forward. Well, no advantage. Come back for the original penalty. You got to go for the corner. You go for the corner. We're so far behind. You've got to go for the corner at this point. Treviso did well against Munster. Must give them credit. Treviso have just been really unlucky this year. Really, really unlucky. Although they did lose against Zebra twice, which isn't great. But Zebra have done all right. They've got, I think they've got like 5 wins this year, which is so much of an improvement for them. We've lost against them. I know the Dragons have lost against them. Treviso have lost against them twice. That might be the wins that they've got. Gonna have a look now. Let's see how many wins Zebra have had this year. Zebra have had 4 wins, same as the Dragons. Glasgow have had 5. Glasgow have a game in hand. So Glasgow are currently on 25 points. We're on 32 points. And they have a game in hand on us. So if they beat the Dragons with a bonus point, that would take them up to 30 points, right? Is it 30? Yeah, 30 points. I don't know who their game in hand is against. Or maybe they've played an extra game more than us. Maybe that's what it is. So maybe this round is their extra game done. So I don't think Glasgow, I think that's what the case is. I don't think Glasgow can actually catch us. I think that's how it works. I think so. But more to us here. Another advantage. Ruben Morgan-Williams goes alone. Good tackle. Going through the forwards here. Fear. Really good hands there from him. Luke Price had an okay game today. Another advantage here. I mean, the ref's given 4 advantages on the bounce. I'd be asking for a yellow. Come on, you've got to go to your pocket. That's 4 times on the bounce now. Nothing. I'm very surprised. I'm very surprised. So Luke Price is going to the corner again. I mean, we've got to score. We've got to score if we want to get anything. We've got to score. So line out 5 meters out. Lovely hands. Oh, we're going to be pushed off here. Leinster have turned it over. And it's a line out to Leinster as they push the Ospreys out. Massive moment that was. Yeah. Not ideal. Really good work from Leinster. They notice that the ball's been released from the original maul. Devin Toner wins his ball here. And Leinster will look to clear their line. So Ospreys again with a period of dominance and not coming away with anything once again. And that's been the difference this evening. Ospreys have just not taken their chances. And Leinster haven't had to play that well at all. I can understand why they do it. We've got a very powerful pack. But yeah, I mean, if you're noticing that you're going to get pushed off, you get the ball out as quickly as possible. You just get it out. So half an hour to go in this one. Leinster will be looking to get that bonus point, although it literally makes no difference in terms of the league for them. Martin Murray's in the chat. Martin, hope you're doing well. It was good to see you. Only 3 scores in it. I mean, we've done all right tonight, but we've just not been clinical and we've had sloppy little mistakes. If you think about the 2 tries, the second try especially is so unavoidable and very, very basic. I mean, Devin Turner's had a heck of a game tonight. You got to give it to him. Really good counter-rucking here from Leinster. Ruben Morgan-Williams, get the ball out, mate. He just stands and watches it. We've had so much possession tonight, but just done absolutely nothing like with it. It reminds me a bit of Italy. Italy have so much possession in games and do nothing with it. They get into good areas of the pitch. They look pretty, but they can't finish anything off. Ball inside, Watkin shoves a couple of players off. This Leinster blitz defence is so quick up on you. It really doesn't give you a second to breathe. And they've pushed us all the way back into our own half. It's very good work from the Leinster defence. And now it's really slow ball. And I would not be surprised at all. Yeah, Ruben Morgan-Williams is going to kick this one. And it's out on its head from Ruben Morgan-Williams. And yeah, that pretty much summarises it for us right now. But you got to give credit to Leinster. They are so quick up on you. There's nothing. I don't know. You could move the ball a bit quicker, but they're so good at this, aren't they? Yeah, I agree. They're in 3rd or 4th gear with it, and they're easily beating us. OSPREYS a new Italy of the league law. Leinster defence should be in the island team. We're not as expansive. Yeah, it changed for Leinster. Michael Bent is off. But yeah, we just haven't taken our chances. We just have not taken our chances this evening at all. I mean, if he gets that penalty before half time, you go in 12 points to 6 down, which is respectable, and you're not far off. But you're 12 points to 3. It's a little bit harder. So we are having a quick break in this one with a few injury concerns. So we'll have a chat about what's coming up tomorrow. It's going to be a very, very busy day on the channel. It's going to be a very busy day. Let me quickly share my screen. Let me share that. So that's my channel, as you can see. So tomorrow, make sure that you do check these 2 previews which dropped after watching this. Ireland against England preview has dropped. That was with Rugby Geeks, and the Scotland versus Italy preview is also out now. So tomorrow we have, first of all, Scotland against Italy. That is tomorrow. It's live on the channel now, so you can go over there, hit the like button and hit the reminder like that. So the reminder is on. So we go live at 2 o'clock with kickoff at 2:15. Then after that, we have Ireland against England. Massive game at the Aviva. Again, a watch long for that one. 4:30 for that with kickoff at 4:45. And then, can Wales get the Grand Slam? That is the question. Wales against France. Live watch on coverage starts at 7:15 with kickoff at 8 p.m. So be sure to join us for Super Saturday. Really excited for it. Make sure that you're subscribed, ready for it as well. But it's going to be a fantastic day for sure. Penalty again to Leinster here. And Leinster will look to put this in the corner. Italy over Scotland? No, I don't think so. I know you're joking, Sean, but I cannot see that one happening. But thank you to everyone who has joined today. I do really appreciate it. As this channel is really growing and the community is growing, and it's great to see people really engaging with everything that we're doing. So it's massively appreciated, and we're just continuing to grow. Sean Cronin throws the ball into the lineouts for Leinster. They are 5 meters out here. I mean, this is pretty much inevitable, isn't it? Surely. Penalty to the Ospreys. Turning it over. It's a good driving maul from Leinster, but then they get under it. Fair play to the Ospreys, turning that one over. That'll be a real opportunity to just have a bit of a breather, to be honest. So the Ospreys will have a scrum, 5 meters out. A lot of pressure on this one, you'd have to say. Need to get this one right. Need to get their exits right. Ireland was seeing last chance for players to get a boost for line selection. It's a big opportunity, of course. We do have the Heineken Champions Cup and Challenge Cup coming up, which Eddie Jones will be keeping an eye on. But is he really going to change much? I don't know if he will, because of just the way he is. It is cleared from the Ospreys here. Now Leinster, with 25 minutes to go, will want to get this bonus point sooner rather than later, just to ensure that they can get it. Again, it's just about momentum for next week. And it's an opportunity for a lot of these young players to put their hands up, to be selected for the PRO14 final against Munster. As I said before, we'll be doing a watch along for that one, and there'll be a preview out as well. Harry Byrne tries a crossfield kick. Is it going to work? Sam Cross drops it. Did he go forward? No, he went forward from Leinster. So it'll be a scrum to the Ospreys. We're going to try and say your name again. Kanakuenin. We'll go with that. I hope you're well. Welcome along to the watch on. Great performance from the Munster Young Guns against a fairly strong Benetton. The attacking third is what I want to see more of, not just kick to the corners. Brilliant, brilliant result for you. The sin bin. Hello, my friend. Hope you're well. You can see it on the bottom. It's scrolling on the bottom for you. 19 points to 3 this evening to Leinster. 55 metres gone. Derry Lake and Gavin Phillips on in the front row for the Ospreys. So Leinster leading this one 19 points to 3. Do you know what, though? Ospreys have been in this game and just shot themselves in the foot with knock-ons. We're not taking their chances. And they'll be fairly disappointed to be this far behind. Still 19 points to 3 then. The ref is just taking his time with this, isn't he? It's like, hurry up, mate. Come on. Scrum to the Ospreys here. Scrum has looked okay. Resetting of the scrum. I don't know if you've seen this week, there's actually some interesting news came out of Major League Rugby. Let me see if I can draw up the graphic, because Major League Rugby is kicking off this weekend, which is really exciting. We've covered a little bit of it on the channel here. And they've made some changes to the laws, which is really interesting. If I can find the image, I'll put it up, because it's very fascinating to see what the changes are, because it's a different way of playing rugby. It's not completely different. I've got it here. Let me get it in. I'll get it in here, and then I'll show you, because it's really interesting. I'll be really interested to get your thoughts on this, and would you like to see these ideas adopted into the PRO14 maybe, or the Gallagher Prem, or into some competitions? I mean, I can't see them being adopted for a very long time. Not for a very long time, but it makes for some really interesting reading. We're heading towards the last 20 here, but let me pull this up for you. The first raid from Rugby Geeks is here. TSW dude, welcome along, my friend. Hope you are well. Be sure to subscribe if you're new. Rugby Geeks, brilliant channel. And as always, thank you very, very much. That's right, Greg has said. There's a free link to watch it, MLR. And if you'd like to see an MLR watch along here on the channel, let me know. But yes, the Rugby Network are providing a free service where you can watch every single MLR game for free. You can watch it for free. Insane, absolutely brilliant. Rugby Geeks Raid, perfect. TKHD, hope you are well. If you're new, do subscribe. Hope you enjoy the watch along. Let me know what happened in that game. I didn't catch the final score between that one, so let me know. Rugby Geeks is in the chat, liked and subscribed. Thank you very much, Rugby Geeks. Hope your watch along was good, my friend. Hope you enjoyed it. And we did do a preview for the Ireland against England game. So that is on the channel as well, and Rugby Geeks jumped on that. Let me bring this up, because I'd be very interested to get everyone's thoughts on this one, because it's an interesting one, what they're doing in Major League Rugby. So this is what they're doing. Let me pull down the banner at the bottom. I'll keep you updated if anything happens in the game, obviously. But this is what the Ospreys, Jesus. This is what the MLR are doing. MLR, so kick goals. So kickers will have 60 seconds as opposed to 90 seconds for any kick conversion or penalty. This is hopefully going to speed the game up, they say. Scrum resets. This is the big thing for me that they've decided to do. Referees will work with stricter protocols that will limit the number of scrums to 2 per incident. So if there's a penalty and they have another reset after that, that's it. There is no reset, then it's straight away a penalty. So that's going to be really interesting to see how that works, and hopefully we'll speed the game up. Under the post. Now this is interesting. 7 points will be automatically awarded for any try scored directly under the post, and no conversion will be necessary. I can understand to an extent why they've done that, but I don't know how much that will work. And imagine you had to get a conversion to win a game, and you scored a try under the post, and you're going for that conversion, and you could, it's always a chance that you miss it. Even if it's right in the post, there's always a chance that you can miss it. It's highly unlikely, but there's always a chance that you can miss it. The offside line, and the offside line will be the feed line channel, the scrum to allow for unimpeded access to the ball at the back of the scrum for the attacking team. So adjusting the attack. Now, the big one, though, we've seen this so much in the last few months, haven't we? Red cards. No longer will a red card mean a team plays a man down for the remainder of the match. Under the new law, a red card would lead to a player being sent off, and the team goes down to 14 players for 20 minutes. After 20 minutes, the player can be replaced with another player on the bench. So that player cannot come back on, but they can bring a replacement on if they want to do that. Let me know in the chat, guys, what are you thinking about that? What are your thoughts on them? Do let me know. Gregor and Rugby Geeks letting us know what the score was. Is there a team in America named after cocktail? There is the Austin Gilgronis. Yes, there is. We have done a lot of previews on the channel actually with the great guys from the Rugby Rant podcast. Do go and check it out. Do go and check them out because they're really enjoyable. And for people who may not watch much US rugby and understand the league, it's a really good introduction to the league. So do go and check them out. And it's actually a really good league. There's a lot of big name players playing out there. People like Chris Robshaw is playing out there. Ben Foden, Matthew Bastero's played out there. Marnonu's played out there. There's a lot of big names who've played out in MLR. And the league is actually getting much better. And as Greg has said before, it's free to watch now. You can watch it for free, which is brilliant. Rugby Geeks doesn't like the idea of a red card. I've got to say, I agree with you on that one. Gregor, Ulster are flying 33 points to 3 against Zebra. That one is looking dead and buried, you'd have to say in that. TK's Barber is here. Geeks Raid, hope you are well. Welcome to the channel. Subscribe if you're new. Gregor, the Rugby 10s, of course, we had Rugby X, didn't we? Mike Oxlong is also Rugby Geeks Raid. Welcome along to the community. Subscribe if you are new. As I said before, do go check out Rugby Geeks' channel. Does a lot of watch-alongs and his knowledge of the game is much more than mine. So do go and check him out. As I said before, we did do a preview for Ireland against England, which is live now on the channel. So let me know your thoughts on these protocols that MLR is going to be bringing in, because it's going to be really interesting to see how they work. And tomorrow, when we do the watch-alongs for the other games, we will go through them with some more people, and we'll have guests on for the games. But I'm interested to get your thoughts on them. I like this scrum resets. I really like that one. The kicking one, to me, doesn't make much difference with the time to take your kick. Under the posts, I have a little bit of an issue with that because, you know, at the end of the day, you can always miss conversion. There's always a chance. And the red cards, I'm not a particular fan of that. I'm not a fan of that because if a player if it's a red card, but it's so dangerous, your team should not have the advantage back on in 20 minutes. It should not happen, in my opinion. So I'd be against it. So we have about 14 minutes to go here. Derry Lake with the line out. So not long to go here now. A lot of work for the Ospreys to do if they want to get anything from this match. But Leinster defensively have just been all over us. Although we've had some moments with the likes of Owen Watkin, and again, we're going to box kick this one because nothing is working. Really good take from Leinster. Luke Price and Kai Evans are off for the Ospreys. So those changes have gone through with Josh Thomas, the young 10, coming on, and Sean Venter going on to the wing. So some more changes for the Ospreys. Let's see if they can have an impact at all on this match. It's going to be really difficult for Ospreys to come back into this one. You'd have to be honest about that. What a name. What a name. What a channel name. Jessica from the Doll's House. What a name that is. 20 likes, GG's. Well, thank you very much to everyone who has liked. If you have not yet done that, do hit the like button and subscribe if you're new. It's free to do. As we push towards 1,500 subscribers on the channel, that's the next goal. That's the next target. So we want to hit that. So be sure to do that. They're trialing a lot of things out, aren't they? Yes, they are. In as Sean says, the captain's referral, they are trialing that out in Super Rugby Aotearoa. So let me know how that's been going, if anyone has been keeping an eye on that. That's the thing, Martin. I'm not sure if that would happen. The thing is, the player who's getting sent off cannot come back on. That's not what's happening. It's the fact that in 20 minutes' time, they can bring a replacement on for him, so they're back to 15 men. What's the whole point of a red card? You might as well call it an orange card. A red card is you're sent off and that's it, and you're down to 14 for the rest of the match because of the stupidity or the mistakes of one individual. That's just how it is, in my opinion. But I think MLR is trying to stand out and do something different and hopefully show the rest of the world. I like the idea of the scrums. I really like the idea of that with resetting the scrums. I think that's a brilliant idea. I think it's been needed in rugby for such a long time. But the others I don't quite get, if I'm being totally honest. But I'm going to try and watch as much MLR as I can. As I said, it's free to watch on the Rugby Network. So if you go on the Rugby Network, it's free to watch. You can watch. You just have to sign up. Email address, that's all you got to put in. Make an account, no credit card details or anything like that. It's free to do. You can watch Major League Rugby for free. I think it's brilliant. I think it's so good that they've done that. And it will grow the league. It will grow the league so much. Advantage to the Ospreys here, though. Outside the 22, ball into Dan Evans. Come on, boys. Let's see if we can get something from this game. I mean, a losing bonus point would be wonderful, but it's going to be very, very difficult to do that. Gregor lets us know that Ulster have scored. There's a try score of 40 points to 3. Cross on the wing here. He's had a very quiet game. Leinster just don't compete at the breakdown. I think this is an advantage to the Ospreys. Come on, get the ball out. Go on, Ruben. Run, Ruben. Go on. Oh, he's knocked it forward. Oh, my word. So ref gives the final warning to Leinster. Man, we were just so close there. So close. It's lovely. Cross gets tackled. It's a high tackle, so I think that's what they've been penalised. And Ruben Morgan-Winter just takes it and runs with it. Let's have a look at what some of your comments are saying. Sean Farrell would like to see an orange card. Martin's thinking that's wrong. If there's a red card, your team should be held to account. Agreed. If it's a red, that's it. You should be off. If it counts as a red, does there need to be a... They're actually going to check this high tackle. Checking 14 Blues right arm. (23 Blue). Let's have a look at this. Contact with the face. I think this is going to be a yellow. I think this is going to be a yellow. If you're watching the game, let me know what you think is going to happen here. But I think this is going to be a yellow for Leinster. It's not a red in my opinion, but I do think this will be a yellow. I think it'll be a yellow. Yellow card it is. It's a yellow card. It's certainly not a red. You've got to take into account that cross is dropping into the tackle, but it is a yellow card for Leinster. With 13 minutes on the clock. Andrew Smith is off. So yellow card. Can Ospreys do something with this time now? Zebra are down to 14 men as well. It's going to be a tough finish for them out at the Kingspan Stadium there. Ulster obviously finished second in their conference, in Conference A. So Leinster down to 14 men for the next 10 minutes. Ospreys with a line out. Osprey's trying to do something from here. 5 meters out now. It's now or never really for these lads. They've got to stand up and be counted. A couple of changes for Leinster will confirm as we get confirmation of who's gone off and who's come on. 2 meters out here. We got the extra man. We've got to make it count. Ball is still there for the Ospreys. Advantage to the Ospreys here, literally 30 centimetres out here. And just spread it out wide, lads. The space out wide, and we got there. Ospreys have a try. Finally. Finally, we've got a try, boys. We've got there, boys. We've finally got there. We have got a try. Indeed, we have got a try. Richard Huey, how are you doing, my friend? You just got home. Long day at work, I assume. You work for the NHS. Big shout out to you, my man. Let's have a look at some of your comments. Martin Murray certainly agreed that was a yellow card. Shout out to Holly's Davidson for making a Pro 14 debut in Thomond. First men's Tier 1 game in history. So 2 females as lead ref and team. Absolutely brilliant. Great to see that. Absolutely. Cheers for making me aware of that. 10 minutes rest. Come on and score. Try to see if they can do it. 7 points indeed. Ospreys up to the 10-point mark. So if Ospreys get another try and convert it, or if we just get a penalty, we get a losing bonus point. So, we've got to go for it here. A losing bonus point would probably solidify our place for the next campaign. Leinster are moving forward here, coming through the gears a little bit. Ospreys have won the turnover here with 10 minutes to go. I mean, I'm not saying we're going to win this, but do you know what? We get a try, though. We go up the other end and we score another one and we win and we beat Leinster. Maybe I'm being a bit optimistic, but it's a possibility. It can always happen. It can always happen. I didn't hear about that at all. I did not hear about that. So it's all going to be on Premier Sports. Because I know here in Wales, brilliant news for us here in Wales, S4C obviously do the international games. They get 1 Pro 14 game every weekend. They've also been given the rights to the Challenge Cup as well. So they'll be doing some Challenge Cup coverage, which is awesome to see. I don't know about the Champions Cup. I've not seen anything about that. But the Challenge Cup, I know they have. As Ospreys come forward here, come on, boy. Don't try and offload there. Why has he tried to offload there, man? Turnover 2 Ospreys. Come on, quick ball, lads. Come on. Come on, Ruben. Get the ball out. Go on. Watkins. Yes! Get in, Watkins. Get in. Come on. boys. Owen Watkin. He's been brilliant today. He's been so good. I just spat on my screen. That's disgusting. But he's been brilliant today. He's been so good today. Crashing over there. He has been brilliant. It's been awarded as well. Get in there. Why is this guy not in the Wales squad? But I'm happy that he is not in the Wales squad for this reason. The full race. Brilliant work by Morgan Morris. Gets over the ball. Owen Watkin shoves Sean Cronin on his arse and crashes over. Come on, boys. This is possible. I said it was possible. I said if we get another try, it is possible. And it absolutely is. We've got another 5 minutes with Leinster on the yellow. What is the ref checking here? What is going on? They're having a look. Oh, my gosh. He's kicked it. I think it's fine. It's fine, surely. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it. What are they checking? Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. Come on. You've got to get this kick, Thomas. Oh, Jesus. It's a hard kick as well. Get in! Come on! 17 points to 19. Let's go, boys. Let's go. Come on. 74 minutes. Come on, boys. Yes, I will update the score. Sorry, Greg. I'm getting way too excited here. Let's hope so, Callum. Let's hope so. So, we've got the losing bonus point. Come on, lads. Big hit. Love that. Scott Penny is on for Leinster. He's back on the pitch after having a HIA, I think. Backwards, says the referee on that. Backwards, my arse. Come on, boys. Force them to make a mistake here. Nothing stupid. No need to compete too much on the breakdown. Come on, boys. Mad thing is, Luke Price missed the kick, didn't he? That hit the post. We've pushed them back here really well. Our intensity is really good. He's decided to kick. Frawley's kicked. Right, we've got a little bit of ball here. Why'd you kick that? Harry Byrne kicks. Oh, it's charged down! Go on! Go on! Go on! Yes! Get in! Where's that come from? Get in! Get in! Oh, what a try! Max O'Reilly dropped it. And Joe Thomas, the youngster's flown through. Try for the Ospreys. Harry Byrne goes to the kick. Joe Thomas charges it down. Max O'Reilly can't gather it. Joe Thomas picks it up and he runs in. And it's absolutely brilliant. Get in. Oh, we're going to beat the champions. We're going to beat the champions in their own backyard. Ospreys 22, Leinster 19. And he's converted it, Joe Thomas. You absolute beauty. You absolute beauty. 24 points. 2-19 to the Ospreys. Ospreys leading. What a comeback indeed. Last time I was this excited. Hopefully tomorrow when Wales win the Grand Slam. My heart has certainly gone up. 19 points 2:24. 3.5 minutes to go. Can we hold on? Couple of changes, I think, for Leinster here. I don't know what they're doing. 19 points to 3 down, boys. I said if we could get one try, we could go up the other end and we could win. I said we could do it, and we're freaking doing it. This restart's got to be perfect from Leinster. Good save. Ruben Morgan Williams will kick this one. Needs a good kick on it. We've just got to play simple here. We've got to play in the right areas of the pitch. We can't afford to kick too much. Just got to do the simple things well. Nothing else. Just do the simple things well. If we do that, we can... I can't believe it, but we might actually be about to beat Leinster here. Greg is keeping us updated on the Ulster score. 49 points to 3. If Leinster pull up a comeback, then they're such a great team. Don't say that. Leinster do have the ball, though, here. 2.5 minutes left. A try for Leinster will draw them. A converted try will give them the wing. They go for the kick. Go on, call the mark. Yes, lad. Cross calls for the mark. Kai Evans, sorry, calls for the mark. Callum, I'm not so optimistic as if we're winning next year, but 2 minutes to go now. Take your time with this. It's a decent kick as well from Kai Evans. Guys, if you're new here and you've not yet subscribed for this final 2 minutes now, it's going to be a nervy 2 minutes, but make sure you hit that subscribe button. It's free to do. Remember, tomorrow we've got all them watch-alongs for the Six Nations games. We are fully focused here on Leinster Ospreys, as Ospreys have close to completed a massive comeback. The game's going really good already. We're 19 points to 3 down. We're now 24-19 up with a minute and a half left on the clock. Leinster in their own half. They've got to create something here. Don't shoot out the line like that. Please don't. Good tackle in the end. Good tackle on Harry Burton. Can't let him start dictating the game. Ulster won 49 points to 3 over Zebra at the Kingspan. It's all over there. As Leinster look to float the ball out. Max O'Reilly, very good tackle there on him. 50 seconds to go. Discipline and tackling, boys, now. Leinster are moving forward here. There's a little bit of space out wide, boys. Saw your defence out. Great tackle. A little bit of space for Lachlan out here. 30 seconds to go now. Come on, boys. Nothing out the penalty. Don't give away a penalty there. He's over the ball there. He's over the ball. Get in. He's over the ball. That's it. Take your time with this. Kick it off. And we've won it here. We've won it here, potentially. Kick it off here. Just kick it off. Just kick it off here. We've done it. I said we could do it. I said we could do it. I said we could do it. I said if we got one try back, then it makes it interesting. And we did that, didn't we? And do you know what? The young lads have stepped up so much this evening. First half, we started out the blocks really well. We got man sent to the bin, but then we came back. And man, the youngsters, hold your heads up high, lads. Hold your heads up high. I'm not sure if Ospreys are going to have to play this, if we're allowed to kick it straight off, or we'll have to play it. I think we'll have to play it. Morgan Morris has won man the match. Oh, Jesus. 22 likes. Thank you. 23 likes. Thank you so much, guys. If you've not yet hit the like button, do hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't done it already. We're really close actually to hitting 1,210 subscribers, I think. If you've not yet hit that button, make sure to hit it. We're 2 away, so hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. So we are going to have to play this line out, but all we need to do is secure line out ball. That's all we've got to do. That's all we've got to do. And this will secure us Champions Cup rugby next season, which is massive for the Ospreys. Massive for us. Right, just win this line out ball now. Safe. Well in. It's gone back. Just kick it off. They'll compete at the breakdown here, but we've done enough. Ruben, kick it off, lad. Kick it off. Get in. Come on. Get in. Ospreys win against Leinster in dramatic style. 19 points to 3 down at one point. And we've come back and we've won here at the RDS. An incredible win. Leinster have won their last 32 games at the RDS, bar 1. And now bar 2 because of the Ospreys. Get in there. What a result. What a result. And as an Ospreys fan, I did not expect this. I expected us to lose by a bonus point. But fair play to the lads. Standing up, being counted, and absolutely point of shifting. Absolutely point of shifting. Jesus Christ, I'm shattered. Commiserations to you, Sean, but I'm going to enjoy this one. Well done to the Ospreys. Big win. Come on, Ospreys, indeed. What a result for us this is. What a result this is for us. I mean, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Brilliant, brilliant from the lads this evening. Really, really good from them. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Wow. Let me know your thoughts on this one, guys. I see you tomorrow, Martin. Yes, tomorrow, Scotland against Italy is the first one up at 2:15. Then it'll be Ireland against England, and then it'll be Wales against France. So join us for them. Nice job for the Ospreys indeed. I don't mind. I'm fed up of winning all the time. It's great for the league. The big game for you is next week, isn't it? Vincent says, well done, Ospreys. Thank you very much, folks. It is brilliant this evening. Wow. Owen Watkin, what a performance from him this evening. He stepped up. He was brilliant. You've got to say, full credit goes to Joe Thomas, who stepped up and kept his bottle and kept his nerve. That's been brilliant from him. You've got to absolutely give it to him on that. Wow. What a performance. And I'm pretty sure that guarantees us European Champions Cup next season. Let me just double check that. So yes, looking at the table, the scores haven't actually been added up yet, so we'll have to wait for confirmation on that. But a huge win for Ospreys here. And as an Ospreys fan, my heart thinking heck. But the young lads all stepped up this evening. Joe Thomas especially, he's a talent. Owen Watkin, as I've said already, what a performance from him. What a performance. You've just got to give it to the guy. He was incredible this evening. He really was. He, for me, was our best player by a country mile. By a country mile. He was the best player on the pitch this evening. By a country mile. He was so, so good. They're just buzzing. You can just see. Wow. What a performance from the boys this evening. We're going to stick around for a bit and just chat a little bit about this game because I think it's certainly worth chatting about. And you've got to give it to the lads. They've really, really stepped up this evening. What an evening for Ospreys Rugby. Coming into this game, massive underdogs, really struggled. Really struggled this evening, and they've really just stood up and counted tonight. They really have. What a performance from the boys this evening. What a performance from them. Wow. What a performance from the lads. I mean, Jesus Christ, I'm shattered now. But we are going to stick around. We're going to have a look at some stats. We're going to get some reactions. Premier Sports has crashed, as always. But what a performance. Yeah, Premier Sports has officially crashed. The things you love to see. And every single player stood up this evening and counted themselves. Counted themselves. Have made themselves count. Absolutely have. And have been brilliant this evening. We'll have a look at some stats. We'll hear what you guys got to think and say on this one. Do let me know your thoughts on this one. Let's have a look at some of your comments. Martin Murray says, well played, big win. I think Ospreys are the first Welsh team in Ireland to win in ages. Can't remember the last time. Well, they said a stat just then that that Leinster have only lost once in their last 33 games at home. Only once. That was recently against Ulster. And we've gone and done it. Ospreys brings confidence into Europe versus Falcons. Yeah, massive game. Should have been. That's all right, mate. Don't you worry. Ian Gilbert, hope you're doing well in Spain. Yeah, I got a little bit excited in this one. Thank you very much. Sean O'Farrell says, I think Leinster thought they had showed up. Plus, they thought after the first half they would have them in the second half if they had kept their discipline. Yep, massive thing for them if they'd managed to keep their discipline during this one. But Ospreys, geez Louise. My heart rate does not deal very well with this. We're still waiting to get confirmation, actually, of the table. That still hasn't been updated yet, just to see how that affects the table. But Ospreys have done it, have actually done it. Now, as an Ospreys fan, I mean, you can't ask for anything more than that. Okay, so that points, actually, that has now been updated. The table has been updated. We're on 36 points now. So Glasgow can't catch us. They can't catch us. So we have secured third place in Conference A, which, as an Ospreys fan, you've got to be very, very happy with that. Connacht, sorry, my bad. Connacht, yes, indeed. Falcons, so I'm jumping comments here. Falcons lost tonight. They did indeed. Sean O'Farrell says they don't know if it's top 3 or 4 for European Cup. It is top 3, I believe it is. Top 3 secures Champions Cup. So we've got Champions Cup for next season. Now it's Munster's time. Yes, of course, Munster against Leinster next week. How will this affect Leinster? Will it affect Leinster? It's a big question, won't it? It'll be really interesting to see. The bonus points won the league. Well, of course, you have the final next week. So the top 2 from Conference A and Conference B face each other. That's Munster and Leinster. At least Leinster got a losing bonus point. For Leinster, this game didn't really mean all that much, if we're being totally honest. Yes, they'd have wanted to win it, but they wouldn't have been all that fussed, simply because they were already in the PRO14 final. A little bit of a chance maybe to experiment and try a few bits out. But my word, what a performance from the lads this evening. I mean, they have been just incredible. And wow. I mean, wow. how, I don't know, we've won it somehow. If you're just joining on the reaction here, make sure that you have liked the stream and you have subscribed. Batman is in the chat. Hey, mate, will Wales win tomorrow? Let's hope so. As I said, there'll be a live watch on the channel for that, going live at about 7:45. So do join us for that one. Batman, if you're new here, do subscribe, my friend. Let's hope that they can win. On Leinster, I don't think they'll be affected as much, but it shows they're beatable if you play the right game. I think we scored one and then we just believed. That was it. We believed. They'll bring all Ireland players back. They certainly will. The thing with that game, as I said, at the end of the first half, I didn't feel like we played badly at all as Ospreys. I actually thought we played quite well. But our last pass or finishing of our chances and was just not good enough. It just didn't work. And the two tries that Leinster scored, one was because we had a yellow card and the second was off a restart, which is very easy to fix and was a simple mistake. So for Ospreys, it wasn't a bad performance at all in that first half. But I said, didn't I? I said if we can get one try, it makes it interesting because our experience compared to that Leinster team is massively different. It's massively different. So I said if we could get one back, it makes it interesting. Did I expect us to win after we got one back? I wasn't sure. But Joe Thomas, brilliant charge down. And to follow it up, even though it looked like Max O'Reilly would collect it, you've got to be in the right position to capitalize on those opportunities. And it absolutely was. And the nerve in the bottle to kick, the conversion as well. Brilliant from him. Really good young player coming through. Martin Murray says the things they tried out tonight, they will scrap. It'll be interesting to see what they do change ahead of next week. See if they do change some things up. And there may need to be a few things that they do look to alter over the time. Wow, what a game. What a game of rugby we have had. Just to remind you guys, two previews did drop this evening live on the channel. We had, I'll actually show you. I'll show you. And then I'll show you some stats from this game and then I'll log off for the evening. Let me add my screen. Oh, there I am. So this evening, oh, Jesus, that's not what I wanted to show you. Let's jump off that. There we go. Okay. So this evening, as you can see, a Scotland versus Italy preview dropped on the channel. So make sure that you go and check that one out. It's live on the channel now ahead of tomorrow's game. And also Ireland against England preview. Two people didn't like it. That's a shame. Ireland against England preview also dropped live on the channel. So make sure to go and check that one out as well with my good friend Rugby Geeks. So be sure to check that one out. Then if we go here, tomorrow we have some fantastic games coming up. As I said, Scotland against Italy, first of all, going live at 2 o'clock. We kick off at 2:15. Then after that, Ireland against England, 4:30, going live at 4:45. And then France against Wales is the big one, 7:45, with kickoff at 8 p.m. So do join us for them. Wow. What a game. What a game of rugby we have seen this evening. What a game of rugby. Let's take a look at some stats to wrap today up. And I will see you tomorrow. But let's have a look at some stats first of all from the game. As we've seen this evening, Munster beat Benetton, Ulster beat Zebra, but the big game, Ospreys beating Leinster. Let's have a look at some stats from this match. So tries scored, 3 tries scored in the end, pretty high scoring. Possession-wise, Ospreys dominating possession. That really showed in the first half, really. Clean breaks and 5-4. Defenders beating 18-14. So the Ospreys, when they're ball in hand, actually look fairly dangerous. 13 offloads compared to the 4 of Leinster. Defensively, then, Ospreys absolutely played in the right areas of the pitch, 59% to the 41% of Leinster. Number of tackles, again, that just shows on the possession and the territory of the game. Oh, hiccups. Missed tackles, then 17-14. Tackle success, then 90% to 91%. Turnovers, Ospreys won the battle at the breakdown, 8 turnovers compared to the 3 of Leinster. A massive one at the end there to win that penalty. Kicking success was 100%, so well done to the kickers. Penalties then conceded 5 to 11 of Leinster, so they're ill-disciplined, a little bit letting them down. Harry Byrne got 10 points to the 9 of Josh Thomas. Tries 2 for Harry Byrne, 1 for Josh Thomas, but successful carries. Look at this. Owen Watkin. What a player this guy is. 24 years of age. Should be in the Wales squad, and an absolute incredible performance from him this evening as Ospreys won. 14 carries is successful carries is brilliant. Clean breaks, 1 for Josh Thomas, 1 for Kieran Foley, 7 defenders beaten from Owen Watkin, 41 metres from Morgan Morris, 63 for Harry Byrne. Harry Byrne actually had a very good game, I thought. Ruben Morgan Williams with 3 offloads compared to Rory O'Loughlin. Number of tackles, 16 apiece there for Sean Cronin and Morgan Morris. But Morgan Morris winning 3 turnovers. Brilliant to see. Tackle success, 100% for Will Griffiths and Scott Penny. So there we go. I mean, what a game of rugby. What a game of rugby. Let's see what you guys are saying. See you tomorrow, my friend. See you tomorrow. Have a good evening. You're welcome. I'm glad you've enjoyed. Good luck for the Ireland game, for the Wales game. Thanks, Fred. Appreciate that. Leonardo da Vinci, did Leinster not care about the game or something? Well, Leinster flew into the lead, 19 points to 3. Ospreys got 1 try. I said, if we get 1 try, we can do it. We can win it. And did we want it more? I don't know if that's the right thing to say, but we took our chances. And Joe Thomas, take a bow, son. Take a bow. We might just smash your chariot. Long overdue. I did, as I said, do a preview for that, so do go and check that one out. Ireland fans, you might not like me after what I say in that. Martimo, the other team that stopped Leinster getting bonus points, will play them in the final. It's going to be an interesting final for sure. It's going to be very, very interesting to see how they get on. So, as Martin just alluded to there, Leinster next up face face Munster next Saturday. I had a bit of a brain fart there. Face Ospreys next Saturday, Munster next Saturday in the PRO14 final. So that is what's happening there. Ospreys, they travel back home to host Newcastle Falcons in the Champions Cup on Saturday, the 3rd of April. Now, I'm not working on that Saturday, so there'll definitely be a few watch-alongs on that day for that one. But Ospreys with a huge win here. Huge win for the boys. And what a performance from some of the lads. Some of the lads certainly will have made Wayne Pivac think a little bit. Will have made him think a little bit. Certainly would have made him think about what choices he is going to make. We've hit 30 likes on the stream. Thank you so much, guys. Massively appreciated. We are going to go in a second, but if you have not yet hit that subscribe button, do hit that subscribe button. We're on the grind to 1,500 subscribers. That is the aim. We're going to try and hit that by the summer if we can. It's a big goal, but I think we can do it. And with your help, we can certainly do it. It's free to do. So if you want to see more stuff like this, and I've got loads of ideas, loads of plans for things that I want to do over the next few months that you guys can get involved in. So stay tuned for them. But what a comeback. I mean, I can't believe it. I actually can't believe it. We've absolutely smashed it. We've really smashed it this evening. Let me just change that to final score. Ospreys winning 19 points to 24. Did they? I was not aware of that. Interesting to know that. I'd be interested to see how they go. They lost this evening. It'd be interesting to see how that game goes. But Ospreys winning here. Wow, what a game. What a result for the boys this evening. And it means that we can go into the weekend not worrying about what Glasgow do as Glasgow play against Dragons. Let's quickly look actually at the fixtures throughout the rest of the weekend and what they could mean for the various clubs involved. So let's have a look. So with that victory, Ospreys have clinched 3rd place in the table. So let's have a look then. So as you can see, Ulster got the job done. No games tomorrow. The one game then on Sunday's Dragons against Glasgow. So that's a The reality is that doesn't mean anything now. It means nothing now. So again, they're playing down at the Principality, which is interesting. Monday night, 2 big games. We'll do a watch along for one of them. More than likely, we'll do Cardiff Blues against Edinburgh. So Cardiff Blues host Edinburgh at the Cardiff Arms Park, and Scarlets also host Connacht down at Parc Scarlets. So we'll keep an eye on both games, but mostly probably focus on the Blues. If we have a look at the table then, in Conference A, Ospreys have secured 3rd place. That's just not been updated. They're actually on 38 points now. So Ospreys have clinched Conference A's 3rd place, so they get Champions Cup rugby next season. That is the big thing. Glasgow play against Dragons. I mean, if Dragons can get a bonus point win over Glasgow, then they'll go above them. So there's that to think about. On the same amount of bonus points, that's massive for them. Zebra got absolutely smashed this evening. But if Dragons can win that, then they'll go above Glasgow. And you know what? That'd be a decent, not decent season, but they'll be much happier. They're looking at Conference B. Obviously, Munster secured their place in the final by beating Connacht 3 weeks ago, something like that. So they finished on 64 points, having won every game bar 2. Connacht then, very weak. You've got to say a very weak Conference B. Very weak Conference B. Really weak there. Massive gap between top and second. And third as well. Massive gap there. Scarlets then are currently in pole position to get Champions Cup. But if they lose against Connacht and Blues beat Edinburgh with a bonus point, Blues will finish in the Champions Cup. So that's a massive game for them. So Scarlets is all in their own hands. If Scarlets can beat Connacht, if it was away from home, I'd be more thingy about it. But I think if Scarlets can beat Connacht on Monday night, they will secure Champions Cup. If Blues, as I said, beat Edinburgh with a bonus point, and if Scarlets do not beat Connacht, then Blues will get that Champions Cup place. Edinburgh and Glasgow, really poor seasons for them. Benetton, 0 wins this season. 0 wins this season. It's been a very difficult season for them, although they've come really close in a lot of games, and it's just not really worked for them. So those are the games over the weekend. That's how the table looks. It's going to be a really interesting weekend, isn't it? See how it goes. But that is where I'm going to leave it for this evening. Don't forget about the previews that dropped. They did drop tomorrow then. Scotland against Italy is the first watch along of the day, going live at 2 o'clock with Kappa Starkey. Then after that, we've got Ireland against England going live at 4:30. And then we've got Wales against France at Stade de France. Can Wales get the Grand Slam? Let's see if it's as dramatic as it was this evening. If you haven't yet done so, hit the subscribe button, guys. We're pushing towards 1,500 subscribers. Like the stream. It's massively appreciated. And also, make sure to get your thoughts in the chat. Thank you so much for watching. It's been an absolute pleasure to chat with you this evening. It's been so good to hear your thoughts and get your analysis on the game. I'll be back tomorrow, folks. Really appreciate you sticking around this evening and dealing with my ranting and my raving and my excitement, but it's been a heck of a night for every Ospreys fan. I hope you have a really good evening, and of course, we will see you tomorrow. Make sure you hit those reminders on the watch-alongs. I'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Peace.